Hey friends, it's me, Erin, your friendly neighborhood energy alchemist with today's Schumann Resonance Report for Thursday, July 31st. It's the last day of July, guys. All right, many of you have commented and all of you are correct. The graph is stuck. It hasn't moved since about noon Central Time yesterday. I asked in meditation more than once if this is a timeline jump, and I get no every time. Something we need to remember is there was a massive earthquake in Russia, and the aftershocks that they are having are enormous, and there are a lot of them. I imagine there's a lot going on over there. I think the station is just not up and running right now. I do not think that this is a timeline jump. So even when the graph comes back online, that frog was so loud that it distracted me. Anyway, even when the graph comes back online, if there is a black stripe of missing data, we need to be mindful that it's likely because the system was down. There's so much going on over there. We have to be mindful of that. Just keep them in your thoughts and prayers and help send them good energy to overcome this to the best of their ability, all the good stuff. But just remember that the graph is just not reporting right now. I can show you the Italian graph. It is quiet. We barely even have the grumbles running across the bottom. If we get a lot of big white energy, it tends to also show up here. This looks relatively calm in the last several hours, so I'm going to go along with our energy has probably been relatively calm. I personally have felt very, very good at the last day or so. Yesterday was a great day energetically for me. I felt pretty even killed. I didn't have that up, down, up, down, up, down that I've had lately. I slept pretty well last night. I actually slept most of the night and didn't wake up till 3:45, which is almost a record for me. And then this morning in meditation, it was all about remembering that I am an individual, right? So I fall into that same trap that everybody else does, the comparison trap, where I start to compare myself to other people. And yesterday I was doing that. I was being mean to myself and comparing myself to someone who's completely different from me. And I don't know why I started doing this, other than maybe it's an old habit that I need to get rid of or address, you know what I mean? So there could have definitely been some release that came up yesterday because that trigger got pushed more than once yesterday. So just an observation from how I was feeling. So for all of you, I encourage you to remember you're not intended to be just like anybody else. That's why it can be so hard sometimes to feel like you can't find what you feel like you were meant to do. A lot of times I find with my clients, that's because you're trying to fit into somebody else's description. You can't master somebody else's skill. What I truly believe happens is that as we explore our growth during our expansion, our spiritual expansion, we're meant to learn from many different teachers and take little pieces from each of those to construct something unique to ourselves. And then once you've started to construct something that reflects how you understand the world, that's when you feel the call to usually suggest that or offer that to other people. It's not about looking for the thing you want to offer. It's about naturally allowing it to make itself known to you. And I know that sounds very esoteric, but that's the best way I could think to explain it. So today, I'm just going to encourage you to remember you are a unique individual and you should not be like anybody else. How boring would the world be if we were all the same? It would be so super boring. I wouldn't want to be here for that. You didn't sign up for that. All right, here's our cards for today. So my guides are saying a lot of the dissension that we're going through, a lot of the uncomfortable things that are happening to expose the insecurities that we have that are holding us back from moving forward. As we discover these insecurities, our job is to start to work to move beyond them, to recognize that we are more than our insecurities and are complete sovereign beings all on our own. And yes, this may require that we step out of our comfort zone in order to do this, but you have to step out of your comfort zone in order to grow. Each step outside of that comfort zone you take lines you up more appropriately with the path in front of you, helping to usher you into a brighter future. But my guides are very specific about remembering that a lot of this dissension that's happening in the world and on a personal scale is happening to help you acknowledge and get rid of the insecurities that are holding you back. By acknowledging these truths and moving forward, you see your own resilience, step outside your comfort zone, connect with your path, and walk into a brighter future. Can we just appreciate that gorgeous sky for a second? Holy moly, what a beautiful sky. Just a reminder, you guys, I will be at the Psy Games tomorrow, so I don't know when I'm going to be able to make your update. I'll be on an airplane early in the morning, but keep an eye out. Are you ready to start your day? Because I am. Take a nice big deep breath in all the way down to your toes. And release. Just remind yourself that today is a great day. It's going to be beautiful out. Even if it's raining where you are or cloudy where you are, look at the beauty in those clouds coming through. Holy cow, it's gorgeous. Today's a great day, friends. What are you going to do with it? It's a great day. It's a great day.